Welcome to London's Crazy Gangster with me, Mr. Fish, keeper of the Dead Man Bible, where all the rules of society are thrown, tossed, and washed away. I'm the guy standing on the pavement, sitting on a bus, riding in a train, looking at all you people out there watching this today, thinking, I wonder what it's like to be you. To wake, to work, to eat, to sleep, to dream, to die. Okay. I'd like to dedicate today's show here to Ali, who I met in Ladbroke Grove near the Fulham Road Medical Centre. I'd also like to take a chance to say a big shout out to a young black man called David, who was working hard in the evening in Pangbourne Road in Ladbroke Grove. You know, it's good to see a nice young man working hard, trying the right way. You know what I'm saying? And Josh, I'm out at Kensal Green. I was supposed to do it on another podcast. I think it was Josh, a nice young black man, to help me with. Okay, before I start, I'd like to deal with a few comments that people made. I always think comments are. I always think when people write comments, you should at least have the decency to address the comments, especially if you think they don't understand. So, in one of the podcasts, I said I hit a policewoman over the head with two pool balls. And he said, "Oh yeah, respect me." But what I want to say to that person is, he obviously didn't hear the podcast probably. At that time, I was 18. I was not in anything to do with the game. I was hard working. I was working in Claremont and Benson's Merchant Bank. I was straight. But what it was, that act was an act of stupid, an act of absolute idiot. It wasn't pre-planned. It just, there was 300 of them over there, and there was a big, large group here. She ran and grabbed my mate, and I told you, my mate's my family, and I just done it out of an act, no fault, no malice or even though they beat me. It wasn't about that. I was trying to protect my mate. Yeah. And that act, I apologised to her, I apologised to the police, and I apologise like now. It was a mistake. It wasn't like, I haven't done it since. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Yes, we make mistakes. We make mistakes. Mate, it's life. Life's about making mistakes and you learn from it. That was the worst and stupidest mistake. And maybe it was the only mistake I regret. But as I'm telling you, as I got in the game and realised the game and grew up, I understood the role of the police. And I know it's not always fair, but I understood it. I respect them. Yeah? I used to work with the police, teaching boxing at the Smuts. So running the Smuts will tell you, look, it was a mistake. Yeah, that's it. I'm married. No, yeah, my mistake. Okay. And then I don't know if it's the same guy. He said, "Oh, you hit the train guard in Alton out in Hampshire. What, just for doing his job?" But with respect to you, sir, look, if I had been white and asked him if I could use the phone to ring my mate to pay my credit card, like I've done many other times with success at many other stations, he would have said yes, yeah. But his whole attitude, I don't just call someone racist for the sake of being racist. Don't be stupid, mate. That's for the unintelligent and the weak. I don't just throw like race and like nilly-willy. Mate, you have to understand, yeah. When I used to be a skinhead before I realised with all the trying to find a place to fit in. And I was a skinhead before I turned into a scar. Mate, I got Mates in Combat 18. They're my powers. It's all about education. But I know when someone being racist. That's it, done. He was being racist. When I went on the train, every way through I was polite. I went on the train, he said, when I went to get on the train, he said to me, "Look up there, a sign, £300 fine if you go to the at the consequence." And I said to him, "Okay, cool, thank you, I'll take the consequence." And then when he came to the train, I said, "How am I supposed to get home? I don't give a fuck anything out. You're not getting on the train." Come, mate. Now, I'm not trying funny. When someone's in distress or having problems, I don't know who the commenter was, but I suppose his life is so great and wonderful and wow. I wish mine was. But see me, if I see someone in distress, whether I'm at work or not, yeah? If I see someone in distress on the street, yeah, I help them. Even at work, it's not going to kill him. I tried to use the phone. I tried to do everything right. He didn't want it. He came off the train. He treated me like a piece of, mate, he's racist. That's it. I don't use that word. Mate, I got white parent, white foster parent. I got white power, black. I don't do race. Okay? I don't do race. So I'm just clearing it up because, you know, I've never hit another policeman or policewoman since, you know, like that. You know? Yeah, I tear up, but not like that. Yeah? So I'm telling you, yeah? Young, stupid, and I regret it, and I apologize to her, her family, friends, and the police force. Yeah, done. Yeah, the train guard, well, you know, he got his comeuppance. Crash out your father. I don't care. As I told you, yeah, I don't throw it around. You have to know what you did. You have to see it. Yeah, I don't know where you're from, whatever you are. But see me, I read people. Yeah, I read people. I judge it. I make a judge. You have to understand the attitude, the way they talk, the way they. You got to understand it, and that's it. So, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to clear it out. I mean, you know, you get good and bad comments, but you know what is all the bad comments for me. I mean, they're all positive because for me, you see, look, not everyone's gonna like you. Hey, wowee, it's okay not to be liked. That's it. It's cool, man. Yeah, it's no big deal. Some people don't like the trainers you wear. Some people don't like the clothes you wear. Some people don't like the houses you got. Some people don't like the cars you drive. Mate, that's why we have choice. Not everyone gonna like you, and that's cool. Yeah, that is cool. But you know, sometimes though, I get a bit confused. So I'm gay, proud of being gay, and sometimes when I use the word, I'm sure some of the gay people in here go, I love it. It's me, but that's not here. But what I like to say. Look, if a heterosexual person hates a gay person, then it's a crime. It's homophobic. But what confuses me is what happens if I hate a heterosexual person? Why is that not a crime also? You see, this is what I'm saying sometimes where, you know, things are not fair. It's okay not to be liked. People are not going to like you. Wow, so what? I want loads of friends. I don't need friends. And I don't need anyone to like me. If you like me, like me. And another thing, I love the comments, but sometimes I have to laugh at it. I go, well, why watch? Why watch it if you don't like it? Like, why dribble? But right, I don't get that. Man, must be low intelligence. Because for me, if I don't like something, I don't watch it. Anyway, crash out your father. Okay, so today, this prison puppy, I'm going to talk about Swaleside. Now, Swaleside Prison on the Isle of Sheppey, it's a BCAT prison. Now, what you have to understand, Wandsworth, most of the reallocation next year, they are BCAT prisons, but they're BCAT prisons, and they hold everything. Murderers, rapists, nonsense, people, they hold everything, yeah? But they're not prisons where if you're doing a long sentence, you stay. You go to other BCATs, yeah? Like Loudon Grange, Swaleside, and the likes, yeah? Now, what people want to understand, yeah? People make it very people get a bit confused. People think that because a man says he's been in an ACAT, that he's dangerous. No. There are just as dangerous, and probably more people, in CCATs. There are dangerous kids in Aylesbury, Feltham. There are dangerous kids in Bullenham. All different things, yeah? You know, I was a beaker, but really, I could have been shot up to an AK. It's not a big deal. So, what I'm trying to say is, not everyone who's in an AK, yeah, is a top villain, yeah? And there are people in B's and C's that could quite easily be an AK. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I told you about Wandsworth and the fights with the prisoners. So I got kicked out of Wandsworth for fighting. It was funny because every prison I'm in, I'm always the violent reduction rep, and yet I got kicked out of every prison. Crash, yeah. I got kicked out of every prison for violence. But the violence was taking on the bullies or, sorting out bit here. It was never for me, yeah. So crash. So I went to sports, and now, as I told you, in most, Darren G's brother, Danny G, bang, how are you? Ray Cantwell, Don, how are you? All the boys at Swaleside, Bertie who died, gangster. You have to realise, when you go to each prison, every single prison is different, yeah? And, and all prisons are still a community. It's just, they mirror the role, But it's a bit different now for the youngsters because, a lot of people say to me, Fitz, why are the young men like just driving cars into shops and grabbing bags out of it? But what people don't realise, as I told you in the last book, see, Wandsworth, was the flagship, It was the head of the Prison Officers Association in South London. That was Wandsworth. And I told you they took everything. But, so what, being like that, it gave people like me, street soldiers, well, I wasn't even a street, it just, what it was, Wandsworth allowed, if you was getting it fighting, or you was getting a bit of a name around your manor, and the Mr. Big was hearing about it, then he might, employ you, or call you on to protect you, or bring you into the game, And the reason a lot of young men and women now, are opportunists is because they don't have that connection no more. And that's because Belmarsh, right, was built for the Mr. Big. So that the government, very successfully, cut off the communication between the Mr. Bigs or the recruitment. He cut off the recruitment line between the Mr. Bigs and the up and coming young. And that is why many youngsters, they have to be opportunists or take something, just still, mate, respect. I'm not here to say anything about it. That's life. They're all still having a go, but I'm just explaining why. Another thing with prison, when we used to be in prison, and you was at the old school, because you have to remember, it's like drugs now, cocaine, crack. You have to remember, when cocaine and crack first came out, you have to remember, crash, you have to remember, it was a very small circle. So the villains, Mr. Biggs, would bring it, and there was a few villains would pass it down the street, but it wasn't like now, a household product. It wasn't, mum, dad, auntie Sue, all doing it, some of them hiding it, pretending they're not on it, but, mate, they're on the rocket fuel. You understand? But one other thing I'd like to say, while we're talking about drugs, so now, drugs is, everyone's selling it. People going to work, everyone's selling it to make ends meet. And so, there are changes that are, that are changed. But then, a lot of people got involved in the drug that haven't been schooled. And that's why sometimes you have to be very careful, because a lot of them are working under the banner, look after number one, whereas we look after everyone, look after each other. So that's why the grassing and they don't care if they sell you down the river, because it's look after number one, whereas ours is look after each other. Another thing was, we didn't have the postcode wars. And it's quite funny, because we as villains, once you learn your trade and whatever, then you met other villains. And if you were like, no, I was lucky. I got brought up by John. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, I got brought up by John Stokes, the old man. John, I say his name because you know what? He was a don. Yeah, I'm not. But he schooled me. Yeah, he schooled me. I was brought up by Johnny Hanlon. Yeah, who I interviewed a couple of weeks ago. He schooled me. I brought up by Joey Rouse. Now, Joey Rouse was killed, in a very horrible death. But Joey Rouse, boom. I brought up by the devil who got burned to death in Chelsea. Educated, yeah. Educated about bird. You know, they told their stories, and their stories was my education. Yeah. Staunch, yeah. Don't grass to the police. Yeah. Keep your mouth. Yeah. Yeah. Stay fit. Do what you have to do. Regard when you have to do it. I learned, yeah. Respect people. I mean, not everyone's liar. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Some people get in the game and they're dark soldiers. They just want to fuck everyone up and just do it for money and don't give a fuck. But for me, I'm not on that bus. Yeah, I'm not on that bus. So the game wasn't about just being a dark soldier. I'm a soldier of the light, a master of the dark, and I have to be. Because, like the police, they're the best criminals in the world because they have to deal with the best criminals. To catch when you have to be. So the difference with us is the old school. If you came in for rape, paedophile, something like that, yeah, and you was in Nottingham, and you were coming down from Nottingham, they were ghosting you. Ghost means when they have to shit you out because people know and they shit you out under the cover of darkness on your own. No one knows where you're going. You're just ghosted. No one knows what nick you're going to. That's why they call it ghost. You just disappear. You know what I mean? Bars. But even if you got ghosted from Franklin or Whitemore or anywhere, or Swaleside or any nick at all, yeah, and you was getting, by the time you got down to Wandsworth or Brixton or wherever you were getting, or you say you got ghosted from Brixton and wanted to go to Franklin or Whitemore or Loudon or Swaleside, everyone would know what you was about. You understand? Because the villainy was, even though, villainy was all around the country and everyone knew it, it was still rather small. So we had our communication lines. And when a geezer came and went, oh yeah, mine, yeah, he couldn't come on the wing and stuff because we already knew he was coming. Or one of the boys had told us from up that end. So we had the information. But you see now, because everybody doesn't have the villainy, because we don't have the communication lines, you could be a serial rapist, and we don't know, and you're just in amongst us. And that's the problem. The next problem, a few changes where prison has now, is okay. Listen, crash everyone. See me, I'll go any nick anywhere in the country, and I'm just me. That's it. But a lot of people, especially the youngsters now, it's difficult for them. When you go to prison and you're involved in all this postcode, mate, it's hard work because it follows you. What you do out there follows you in here. So now you're in prison, you've got to try and behave. You have to also try, especially with the kids, they want to fuck it. The top boys in Feltham and Albion, haven't they? Yeah, they want to recruit you. So if you come from Ladbroke Grove, you've got to stick with the boys of Ladbroke Grove. But you might not want to be in a boat. You might not even be built, but you've got no choice because if you're from Ladbroke Grove and they're from there. Me, I'm always in the middle, but a lot of these kids can't roll, can't fight, so they have to stick and do what they've done just so everyone keeps them safe. You know what I'm saying? So it's really hard for kids, like young men, to go in prison. And the thing is, there are so many black and white kids, 21 years, 15 years, 16, like simply because they wanted money. And it's sad. I mean, 21 years, they kill people. And half of them don't really mean to do it. And that's why drugs is another thing you have to be really careful. I mean, you know how many people crash? Remember, I'm always saying the induction because I like to tell the people, but I also tell people how to keep themselves safe. So I make sure they know how to control their phone. Don't be angry. Don't be fighting officers because when you fight officers, what happens is crash, bosh, how's your father? Yeah, then the whole wing has to get locked down. So we get fucked. And then the officers you're fighting don't want to do the applications. They don't want to do the video. So then we all, whenever you do it, the only people that get fucked is us. So that's why I'm telling you I control the wing in that way. That's why one loves me and respect in prison. And also have a laugh. But I'm a screwball, but not a screwball. I don't, listen, I still have to duck and dive. I still have to make the boys as safe. I'm just in the middle. I respect the prison officers. I respect the prison. And I just try and negotiate so everybody's safe. That is it. No big deal. But so the kids with the postcode, it's very difficult because they now find themselves in the same situation as when they're outside, and they can't really, if you're on a wing, you might not be able to go to the gym because you come from like another area, and if you go on the wing, you're gonna get killed. So it's mad, and it's funny postcodes war because I'm like, well, what are you fighting for? Where I'm from, I'll go anywhere on my own. Fuck. Hey, listen, I'm marching, mate. Yeah? I'm marching, baby. I don't know. Fuck, mate. Yeah? Because that's the other way it's been. If it comes on, it's on. But, I mean, what is protocol really was really all about? Like, all right, you want to protect the territory, but why? So I think sometimes, I mean, if you're in a group game or if you're on an estate and you have nothing else, then you want to protect what you've got, your girls, your drugs, your work, who you sell to. You pick, but really, like, like, what are you protecting? You see, and that's where the game has also changed. So now you're having postcode wars, crash, yeah. You can't make as much money because where we're from, the old school, we knew villains everywhere. And that was the communication. We had a communication network, yeah? And people would filter down, yeah? And that's the difference now, They don't have that now, yeah? And that's why they have to work in what. So postcode wars has stopped communication. It stopped people coming together. It stopped people working and earning money together. That's all postcode was. But hey, crash, it's there, it's life. We deal with it. Yeah, that's it. But anyway, crash. So anyway, prison lifestyle. So I left one and I went to Swaleside. Another thing about prison, when you go there, you have to you have to assert yourself. You've got to show the officers that, mate, if there's something that, okay, so I got to Swaleside. Now, before I went to Swaleside, I was in one. I'm IPP, and I've always been a single prisoner, yeah? Because some people don't like bringing up with gays, so it's easier if I just go single, yeah? That way, I ain't got that. But when I went to Swaleside, Swaleside boys, they're all crap. Box, Danny G, you know it. You got Evie in it there. Remember we had a good time with Evie, Daddy boy, Ray Cameron, Crash, yeah? And Bosch, yeah? It's the induction wing. E-wing is the induction wing in Swaleside. Now, most prisons, yeah, have an induction wing where you come in, and they watch you. And some wings, when they do it, I don't know about now, but before they didn't give no telly or nothing. So you was kind of negative in a way. Like they have negative, What's the other one? Negative, enhanced. Is that it? Just two? Negative, no. Oh, basic. Basic, enhanced. What's the other one? Oh, maybe. And I think it's free. Basic, enhanced, and I don't know. I was always enhanced, I don't know. But crash, if you was on basic, then you just had sometimes they took your telly away. You didn't really have nothing because they were saying that you weren't respecting the prison or the regime or the rehabilitation that you were supposed to be doing. Okay, so, and then while you're in the induction, the officers are looking at you all the time. They're watching what you're like, what you're about, whether you're ducking and diving, whether you're alive. Right? So the induction, when you're going up, is a very important part of a prison because you got to establish with the screws that all right, you don't hate them, but hey, let's just keep it right. So when I went to Swaleside, from London, I was in a single cell, and it was on my paperwork that I'm in a single cell. I'd always be a single cell, yeah. So crash, because we're lifers, like IPPs, we were lifers. I mean, not all IPPs. I'd single, but mate, if you're gonna do fucking 99 years, single's the best. So when I went to Swaleside, during the induction, I was actually induction orderly after, but this was when I first got there, when I got into Swaleside. I remember Swaleside used to be called like knife side, you know. And I was, you know, that's what I'm saying. When people say about A-cats and that, mate, some sea cats and some beer are naughty places. You get me? Oh, mate, Lewis, naughty place. Oh, off their nuts, bullet them. They can be naughty. Man, everything can be naughty. Don't be fooled. Yeah? You just have to fit in, establish, and let people know what you're about, what you're on. You get me? If it's on, get on. And I found it funny, especially with a lot of black guys, yeah? They get it. And they go to a ditch in the country, and you see them. They're scared, you know, because they ain't got loads of black around them. Whereas me, if it's on, it's on. Let's do what we got to do. You know, that's just the way I am. But a lot of black people, boys, when they go out else though, and out in the country, if there's not many other blacks there, yeah. Remember, you got to remember, yeah. They got different nicks for them people. Some nicks, you ain't got no Muslims, so the Muslim can't get that control. So they might send a Muslim there who has got a lot of power in one nick, but in this nick, you ain't got no power because there ain't nothing else there. You know, they know what they're doing in the prison state. You know, if they're getting you out of one prison, they want to, you know, like Kenneth Noy. Look what they done to him, sent him miles away from his family. Yeah? That's what they do. They send you fuck. They make everything hard work for you. So to crash, you have to know what you're about when you're out for it. You got to know if you've got to roll. If you have to roll, baby. You've got to roll with the prisoners, roll. That's it. Like, let them know what you're on. Yeah? You try not to disrespect them, but hey, if it's on, it's on. So I've got to Swaleside, and now they've doubled me up. Now, they've doubled up with a Muslim, but the Muslim, okay, is my pal, so I don't bother me. But what it is, I'm single cell. And when I went out, I'm single cell, they said, look, son, at the moment, we're at full capacity and we can't really give us anything. He said, do me a favour. Go in a double for tonight, yeah? And I'll get you a single cell in the morning, yeah? I said, no problem, Gov, because that's what I'm saying, you've got respect, yeah? So I said, all right, cool. Right. And the Muslim gives him my mate, so he didn't give a shit what I was gay, my pal. So we actually had a pucker like that night, yeah? So anyway, now, next morning come, now I need my single cell, and this is what I'm saying. You have to establish and assert yourself when you go in the beginning, because if you're not on it, then they're just going to treat you like a piece of shit when I come. Yeah. So now the next morning came, crash down your farm, and I go to the induction officer, one of the induction officers, who was running the induction wing. Yeah. I go to him. Yeah. Time to change the glasses. Because the eyes don't lie. Crash! So I go, to one of the induction and crash. I said, excuse me, sir. I asked, when I came in yesterday in induction, it was quite late, and one of the officers said they got no single cells, but he promised me that he would get me a single cell in the morning. And so I just wondered if you knew if there was available. So he said, I don't know, you have to go and ask the SO. So, hang on now. Now, this officer that I spoke to was very respectful, so I got no beef with him, So I've gone to the SO, The SO is the senior officer. A senior officer who most probably runs the wing, And I said to him, all polite, so, excuse me, sir, do you know if you're able to get me a single cell? And he said, what do you want? You want me magic you want out, magic you want out of the air? Okay. So, no. Apologise. Yeah. He goes, you want to make it one out? Yeah. So no, sorry. I do apologise. So what happened? I go to the SO and I asked him for a cell. Yeah. He said, no, I haven't got one yet. Just stay where you are, I'll get one, So I thought, cool. Yeah. And the other officer that I spoke to first, he was always polite and nice. You know what I'm saying? Respect. He was a respectful officer. So me and him got on well. But the next time, I had to stay 2 nights in with a Muslim fella. Now, I'm gay. Some Muslims don't like that. I was just lucky he's my mate, So he didn't. But, what if it went wrong? They're putting me in a situation, if he attacked me, I've got to fucking defend. If he I've got to go back to court now and get another. It's bullshit. Why you put me in that situation, So I go back to the SO now, crap. And so now I've been 2 nights. He said 1 night. Now I'm 2. So I go, sorry, sir. I've been in there 2 days. You haven't got that single cell. He goes, what, you want me to magic you want out of the sky? Oh, fuck's sake. There's something wrong with me today. So I go him and say to him, SO, have you got one? He said, no, I'll get you one. So I'll go back to the other officers and I said, sir, look, if he doesn't give me my cell tomorrow, I'm going to kick right off. I said, mate, but when you come, because, he's a nice officer, I said, but when you come, I will stop because I can't have a go at you because you're all right. So the next day I've gone to the SO. I do apologise. I've got dementia and I keep forgetting to mention it. And I have got it, I'm going to doctor for blood test tomorrow. It's murders. I keep forgetting to mention it. That's the worst. Crazy. So I go to the SO, boss it, I said, father. And I say, excuse me, sir, have you got a cell? And he goes, what? You think I'm going to magic you one out of the sky? So he says to the other one, take him back to his cell. So I said to the officer, blow your whistle. Now, the whistle is the alarm. So when he blows that whistle, and the B-cat, Danny G and all the boys tell you, it's like an A-cat. Hey, come on, mate, it's on, So I've said to him, walking, I said, sir, I went, blow your whistle. So he's looking at me now, confused, blow my whistle on, So he's still walking with me to take him back to my cell. I said, no, Gov, remember, he ain't done nothing wrong to me. So I said, Gov, please, blow the whistle. So then, next thing I'm on, crash on the table, got the chairs, crash, go, you fucking piece of, what? You think I'm some sort of cunt? You bang me on the phone with him. If he kicks off and he dies now, I get in trouble because you, don't want to fucking give a single cell which is on my fucking, mate, that's why I'm, fuck, it's only about all the screws come. And Bilal, remember Bilal? Yeah, Bilal, Gates. I said, Bilal the Muslim. He goes, Fish, come down, come. I said, Bilal, no disrespect, mate. I'm on this thing. I'm on this bus. I'm from the blue shirts. The white shirts can never hurt me like the blue shirts did. Mate, that was like I said, Frankie Fraser, he taught me. Mate, and the blue shirts smashed me. You couldn't, mate, I'm from the blue shirts, And prison was proper prison. So, Bilal said, cool. So, anyway, we had a little tear and they took me down the block segregation unit. And cram, I've gone in front of the governor. Now, a lot of my reports are all right because I'm induction normally, right? So I remember I'm stopping all the fights and tear. I'm negotiating with the officers and all the prisoners if they don't want on the wing. You know, I'm the mum. I got to take on all the prisoners' shit. They get a dear John, which means, oh, dear Bill, I'm leaving you today. I found another geezer. Blah blah blah. And that if there's a death in the family and the prison won't let them go to the funeral, then I have to deal with that. If someone wants to fucking self-harm and cut himself down, you know, I have to deal with them. You know, one guy cut himself from there to, from there to there. He was only doing about 2 weeks. I walked in, obviously, I go back and go, mate, fours. I clear it everywhere. So I call the screws. The prison officer up to, when I say 4, he was on the fours landing. So fours, come to the fours, and they all come up the fours. But when they come out, mate, what's up? What's the issue? He goes, my mum won't visit me. I said, mate, are you fucking stupid? I'm your mum while you're in here, you fucking idiot. Don't fucking want to make your mum a visit. Fucking 2 weeks in it, I'll fuck off from me. You know what I'm saying? Come on, mate. He come where do these people live, you know? It says, then I've got another guy hanging at the fucking older legs, call this guy. It's just bollocks. Like, why? But anyway, so I'm down the block, you know, and the officer say, oh yeah, I was fighting and I was doing it, but I said, Gov, listen, mate. On my file, it says I'm single cell. That's what it says. Yeah? So it's not like I'm saying single cell just to be a C-U-N-T, yeah? Or woke. Just to cause trouble. I'll word about. But I've woken up. So they grabbed out your father. So I said, look, he's a Muslim. I'm gay. Some Muslims don't like gay. It's not personal. Their religion. I respect that. That's it. No big deal. We're not always like. It's no big deal. But here's the headache. If it kicks off between me and him, he hurts me or I hurt him, yeah, and it all goes out. If he dies or I die, I've got to go back outside court on a GBH charge or murder charge or attempted murder because you didn't stick to the rules. Come on, Gov. And the governor agreed and said, yeah, mate, not guilty. Take him back to the wing, give him a single cell. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to assert yourself when you go to for any prison, BCAT, ACAT, wherever I am, assert yourself. Let them know, listen, I'm not here for trouble, but hey, if something on my metal and you don't want to play that way, then I'll do it the other way. It's not an issue. Don't think because, oh yeah, I'm induction or right now. Don't think when it's time to do what I have to do, I won't do what I have to do when I have to do it because you know what? Crash, bosh, bang, how's your father? I'm not on that bus. I'm on it. Yeah, that's it. And all the boys have done bird with me. And that's why they call me a legend. Because on your birthday, I'll have a thong on, two mopeds, doing a cheerleader. Hey, people, you know, I make prison fun. I make the prison laugh and joke because, you know what? Someone has to make the prison happy. You know what I'm saying? Someone got to keep the boys in the morale. Yeah, come on. It's bad enough being in prison. So you always got to have a clown, a joke, and that's no. It just makes the boys laugh, you know. I teach them all boxing. You know what I'm saying? I keep them all together. I know all the big boys, all the different fractions. And that's what I do. I get, you know, I run for them. I just try and keep the nick nice. So they don't get hurt. Obviously, don't. We all go home. We're in prison. We'll make it the best we can, baby. So crash out of the father. I've gone back. Now, after a month, this is what I'm saying. Even though I've had that tear up with them and I've asserted what I'm about, they have come to realise when they see me, they've written look at my file, they understand I'm the only one. All the fact, the Williams, the Whites, all the different wings, everyone knows me. And they know that I try and help the boys, you know, stay safe. So they come to me and ask me to do induction. I'll be induction every nick I go, yeah? I just want the boys to know the rules so they keep themselves safe. So anyway, crash out of your farm. I'm on the induction. And one day, it's this black guy. And it's funny, he's always black. I'm black. And I can't remember his name now, but he was doing cleaning or something. Huh? And what I say, mate, and something to do with a cleaning. He was a cleaner, and I said, oh, well done, or something, mate. And he, for some reason, he was like, nut. He like, so he's coming to roll with me, so I'm rolling, with this guy, and smash the granny at him. This is what I'm saying. These young guys sometimes, they think you're being respectful and polite. They think you can't roll or you're shook. I'm like that, mate. Listen, I'm not being polite and respectful because I am scared what you are going to do, Crash, to me. I'm not scared. Come on, baby. Death is freedom. Crash. Yeah. I am scared. The reason I am scared, I mean I'm scared when you disrespect me. The reason I'm scared when I gotta go there is because I am scared. Not what you are going to do to me. The eyes don't lie. I am scared, of what I am going to do to you when you have done it to me. That's why I like to be respectful. That's why I always call people sir. Even today, and you go out and say, sorry, sir, oh, don't call me sir. Well, they don't realise, I won't call you sir, I don't need it to go the other way and then bang, I'm in prison for murder or TBI or IPP now. So I'm always respectful. And that's why I use the word sir. I try to expel any signs of attitude or aggression or confrontation. I try and crack all that, right? By being respectful straight away. That's the way I am. I'm not into, really. Listen, you're Muslim, I respect you. If you're black, I respect. If you're Russian or Jewish, I respect you. Yeah, I don't do religion and world and who's who and what's what. I'm not on that. I just respect everybody. That's it. Yeah, that's how I roll. Right? But people sometimes think, come on, mate. So anyway, we're smashing. And I'll smash the granny out of this guy now, And Crash out was your fault. Because I'm induction. Everyone knows me as well in prison. I see that. Everyone knows. Everyone knows, See me, and they all know. Listen, fish is wicked. That's why when people used to, when I see people in prison, they go, oh, fish, you're a legend. I never really knew what legend was. And for me, I was no good at taking compliments. And when they used to say it, it used to kind of confuse me because I thought they would say, oh, you're some big geezer. And I was like, no, stop. I ain't no legend. I just do what I have to do when I have to do that. That's all. It's not, I'm not doing it to be a gang or get a name or, I forget all that shit, I just do. When I'm telling you stories, not about gangers and Don. I'm just telling you about my life and some of the different situations I faced in life, and I've dealt with them. That's it. It's not to gain recognition. Well, I'm already got recognition. I don't need to come to YouTube for recognition. I don't want go to prison. Anyone who served, and all you people out there serving me, they'll all testify, mate. I just love a laugh and joke. That's what I'm about. I don't give a shit, But don't get me wrong. If I got to roll, they all know I can roll. And you can bring your tool, and you can bring your knife, you can bring your hot water and your sugar. Let's do this thing, baby. I'm not on this push. And that's another reason why I think a lot of them, and I can train hard, and I train with the big boys, with the big weights, and I can push them, and power, and I teach them all, and I keep them all safe, and I see, when they got problems, I have to go and talk to them, and, one guy, wouldn't let him go and see his dad. He goes, right, I'm going to smash the cell up now. So I go, why? He goes, they won't let me go to the funeral. And I had to tell him, look, you keep your dad's memory here, and here, in the mind, baby. That's what you do. You don't have to see a body go in the ground. Sometimes for me, that's the funny thing about it. For me, I love death. Death is freedom. I don't, listen, when people die, listen, I've got all their spirits inside me. I don't hate death. I'm not, grieve, but I'm not one of them who listen, I don't miss those people. They're still there. My mum, my dad, and all died. My mum, dad, and brother all died 3 years ago within 6 months. I'm not unhappy with that. I talk to them, I laugh, I crack up when I think of what they do. When you talk to them, you really, you remember some of their advice and you smile. And their deaths give me strength, they don't weaken me, they strengthen me, yeah. So crash, yeah. One day I'm in South. Now I had a boyfriend in South. I don't always have a boyfriend, but just sometimes another gay fella. And we do what we got to do, yeah. So crash, his name was Pedro, from Chile. I was going to get you Chile out. Crash. So anyway, yeah, one day, now you can hear my voice now. I see, it's funny being gay because you know what? As much as it hurt me in the beginning, as much as I was never allowed to be gay, as much as it was all taboo, it was a fight back in the old days, and being black and African, that was definitely a fucking fight. So that was why I got into. That's why I'm where I am today with you. That's why I got into the game. I didn't get in the game about making money. You got to remember, I got in the game to try and die or do 100 years to hide my fears. That was why I got in the game. Yeah? That was why. Listen, I did every shit. I took people's pain, but people's pain became my power and strength. That's why when people come to fight me, I've got all the pain of those inside me, and I use that pain and channel it to fight off the dark. And so far, luckily, it's worked. Crack. How's your fault? Yeah. So now, yeah, Pedro's come into me, yeah, and now we're in Swaleside. Pedro is like a B cat. It's two landings. Danny G will tell you. Danny G, I'm sure you remember I remember that. Yeah. So Pedro's coming. He says, "Oh, someone just called me a poof just now." He was feminine. So now I'm trying to be feminine, yeah. But mate, I'm gay as fuck. That's it. But so I'm trying. I said, "Who?" Feminine. Who? So he goes, "Oh." He goes, "Oh no, don't worry about it." I said, "No, who?" He don't really know what I'm about. So that's what I'm telling you. Unless we're on this podcast, or people don't really know what I'm about because I don't give off that impression. Like now I'm wearing a suit because I think it's nice to look and smart, and if you're going to present a show, present it. But sometimes out there, I wear a baseball cap and a t-shirt. Because I go like this, everyone drives me mad. Oh yeah, so I like to be, like I said, a nobody. Yeah. So he don't know what I'm about. So he goes, "Oh," I goes, "Who?" He goes, "Oh no, don't worry." I said, "No, who?" Family, I really don't do it, mate. I really are. So he goes, "No." So what it was, Swaleside has two landings, and remember, it's a naughty nick swallow. It's a B cat nick. So we're just underneath an A cat, but people in a B cat could be A cat. It's just it's just how the officers want to sign you up and the crime you've done and the way you hand yourself in prison. Yeah. So now I thought that's a liberty. Now I used to cook in Swaleside for about 14, 20 people, you know what I mean? So, I always cooked on the stove, got the pork, the meat, or whatever, the lamb, and I'd spice it out and make the boys used to love it. I used to cook for the whole wing. And so when he told me this, yeah, I knew everyone. I'm like, well, why is everyone going to do that? Like, so anyway, crash out as your father. I've gone out to the wing and there's a pool table in Swaleside, or a snooker table. But that's it. There's only because it's beak in it. So they don't want to put too many in this fights and cues. So as I've gone down to the one, so I was on the two landing. So the one landing, two landing. I was on the corner, like induction. So I go down, there's a prison officer, yeah. He's playing snooker with an inmate. So I jump, and Danny G, he'll tell you, I jump on that and make out, they're all two, yeah. This is one they always say fish or legend, but it's not. I jump on the pool table, so they both look at me, the prison there. I go, right, everyone listen up. So and the thing was, if fish is talking, everyone come out because I was always the nice guy, like, let's get on. I kept us all together. So if Fish is upset, like, it must have been something really bad to get him, because Fish don't get it. He deals with all the problems. He tell you. And that's why when that door does shut, I'm free, because I ain't got to worry about the boys. I know they're all safe down there, and I can relax. But once it's open, I've got to make sure they're all right. Oh, fucking, it's a crash and a bar, shit. Oh, and listen. See me and my mate, we eat meat and we love it, yeah? So, if there's anyone here who's got a problem with it, yeah? There's my Peter, and Peter is a cell. And the reason it's called a Peter is because Peter Banham, who invented the safes, done the lock for the door. So it kept the public safe and the prisoners couldn't get out. So it was called a Peter. I said, there's my Peter, yeah? Bring what you want, who you want, and as many as you want, yeah? And I'll show you what fucking time of day. I go, are you mad? I said, half of you can't even walk down the same side of the road as me, you're scared of the birds you get. Yeah? So anyway, left it there, no one came. But all the boys can fish, who said it? All the boys, the Liverpool boys, the Manchester, Danny Gilmer, they all fish, but because remember, he wouldn't tell me. So then the boys went out and found out, and I think it was one of the Preddy brothers that killed Daninola Taylor, or the young black boy from Peckham. It was one of them, and the boys smashed him up. But I didn't want to smash him, but they smashed him. But that's what I'm saying. That's the power I had. The boys loved me because I'd have to run the errands when they were all behind their doors. I'd have to get up. I'd have to do what I like. Mate, if they got cut, if they wanted something, if they was, listen, Fish dealt with all the headaches. Like I'm trying to educate you, that's how I had to do it. I'm just got they would just have, when the kid said he wanted to smash the cellar, I don't know if I'll just finish it, so I want to do it again. So I said to him, look, your dad's death is here and here. And then after I finished, I'm like, come on then, kid. I said, come on, let's smash the cellar. And he went, no, I'm all right now. See, it's just about education, and it's just about sometimes having someone to talk to. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. Yeah. See life, yeah. Not everyone's life is great, and you have to navigate it the best you can. But one thing you could rest well assured of, yeah, is life's about making mistakes. That's life. When you think, oh yeah, listen, people say, oh yeah, he didn't tell you his experience. Listen, I'm only telling you about the mistakes that I went through in life. That's what brought me here today. But I learned from those mistakes. And I've listened to all the others with their problems. Everyone says, oh, Fish, why don't you be a counsellor? Why don't you be a counsellor? And I always say, I can't be a counsellor. Because if I was a counsellor, if I was a bar, I'd have to be at work and I wouldn't be able to help you on the street. You know what I mean? Like I had one guy, yeah, in Fulham, a proper guy, just come out and he says, Fish, I went, what? You got a gun, 3 o'clock in the morning, yeah? I went, why? He goes, my girl left me for another boat, and they're fucking laughing at me, taking a fucking piss. So I know what, Fish, bring the motorbike, and we're going on. So, you know what, normally, my motorbike at that time was like, it was mine, but it was a ringer. And so because it wasn't nice and insured, I didn't like to go out any time after 11 because the police want to do it for drugs. Yeah, it's just, like I don't like. I was riding the island where you're inconspicuous, you get all the gear, you fit in. I don't like to fit out. But because he's mentioning guns, and because he's mentioning he wants to go and kill the bird, I've had to get up at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, go from Labrador to Fulham, and sit with this guy and explain, look, mate, relationships are about 2 minds, yeah? And one mind, I think it's all kind of brilliant, oh yeah, and the other mind is like, well, you know what, boy, I'm not really happy with her or him. I'm not happy here. I want to go. Now, it's not personal. It's not personal. And we've all been like, oh, mate. Isn't it hard work when your first love hurts? I fucked mine up. I told you that. I fucked it. My fault. But I still spent 20 grand shoveling up the nose. I thought it was the Alps. So, it does hurt, doesn't it? Your first love, you don't have to deal with it. I had a fucking month. I had a sea to air missiles. I had plutonic headlines, phone line. I was off, man. On the get out, you can imagine. But hey, no one got hurt. I was lucky. I was very lucky to get out of it properly. I know Spanish go to Spain again, but in the end, love won through. If you love them, let them go. And so, when people ring me like it kind of like you have to explain. Look, no one's laughing at you. Why do they want to laugh? Laugh for what? They loved you. They still love you now, but they want to try a different adventure. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, even when they go on a different adventure, it's not an issue. It's not always, something. They're going to Green Assault. Oh, he's gone to Spain. Fuck all that. Mate, they're not living a better life than you. They're going on something new. You know what? One thing I love, it's about being happy. It's all about being happy. Listen, if you're not happy with someone, you've got to go and find out myself elsewhere. It's not personal. Remember, life's about choices. Life's about mistake choices. We meet someone, you love them, and you try the best. Just because you love them doesn't always mean they love you. And one of the maddest things that I find men, especially in the game or drug dealers, one of the maddest thing I always find with them men is when they go, but fish, I give my bird everything she wants. She don't want for nothing. Yeah? But what men don't understand is when you give a young lady everything she wants, she gets bored. She's bored. What's the point? She ain't got to fight for that. Listen, women, whether good or bad, they are fighters. They're strong. Look, man, this come out of a woman's body, they come out of a man. Yeah? Women, and most of us, have our mum's attitude and strengths and that. Yeah? We might have our dad, but really, it's the mum, innit, who shows you the way. Yeah? Well, I'm lucky, though. My old man, much as they disciplined me, he all meant it for that. And I won't tell you. Man, he taught me to iron. My dad taught me how to dress. Yeah? In order to dress like you have to know what class is and how to wear the glove. And that's why I laugh now. See people wearing nice short boss and nice, but they can't carry it right. Wearing it all scruffy and all that. If you're gonna dress class, you have to know how to carry it, not walk it. The suit has to bow with you. You know what I'm saying, baby? And so, drug dealers, anyone out there, look, don't always make a woman's life boring by giving her money. Yeah, she sometimes wants you, the love, the affection, the time. You know what I'm saying? The petals on the floor, the candles in the bar. You get a little rub down when you go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Look, give her your time, baby. And so I said it to him, and once I spoke to him, he said, Fish, thanks, mate. I'm happy now. I thought they were like, I said, come on. And then I got it. But this is what I'm saying. I think the problem with today is, it's like the kid who told me he felt suicidal and unhappy. And he felt that he could talk to me. And luckily, I spoke to him after I've done the pot and he's happy. But, people just need someone to talk to. I think a lot of us have forgotten, We've forgotten how to talk to people, how to explain different situations, because that is really basically what it's all about. Having someone who can understand what we're going through or what they are going through, and you can put it in their language. And sometimes, not only in their language, but sometimes you're talking to me. Sometimes you got a problem and you're asking me my advice, but you are talking to me, telling me the answer to it. And I have to reinterpret back to them, but they've just said it, but they don't realise that I'm reinterpreting what they've just said. Some people do have the answers, it's just they don't know they got the answer. Or they got the answer, but they don't want to act on the answer. You know what I'm saying? So, Crash, yeah, and, you know, just with that simple talk, I saved 2 people's lives. But, hey, you know, it's mad, isn't it? Yeah, right, an hour's gone. Oh, I didn't want to do this pot. I've been up all night. I've been to funerals. I'm tired. Terry Oatway. Boom, boom, zoom, zoom. Joanne. Boom. Georgie Stevens. Karina. Little G. Little E. Oh, my God. And Steve. Sublime. Well, and and Q. Fuck me, if I don't say that, I'll get fucking ripped right out. Right, ladies and gentlemen, may I wish each and every single one of you happiness. I hope you have a good life, and I hope you're making the best out of life. What we can. It's hard, and it? Struggle from working class through going to middle class, and the way the society's changed. You know one thing I learned about stuff. You know, for us olders, you know when you go to the beach, and this is when I learned happiness has gone from the country. I went to Bournemouth Beach, and you know that me. Being a loner, I meet people, I talk to them. I like to know lives and get, people. Everybody has a story, and you learn from it and different places. So I didn't I talked to this people, and the fella said to me, "I'll be back in a minute." I was like, "Where you going?" He said, "I'm just going to check on the car," and that was when it was at the Blair, and that just up Blair for being in for 5 years, and that was when I realised that the meaning of happiness had gone out of this country. And you know why? Here we go, enjoy the show. If you cannot go to a beach to relax, yeah, and get the sun, baby, get the sun, right? Yeah, and chill out and get your tan, woo, for free. If you can't do that without having to worry about your car, and when you pay for the car, but you have to pay money, come on, mate. The meaning of happiness is gone. It's over. It's over. Right, that's it. Boss out your father. See you soon with the loon.